once again to the Lost Chapter ASMR. Today I bring you one of my special books, Harry Potter, the Film Wizardry. It's the updated version. There's an older version, but I got this one this year at the Warner Brothers Studios in London. As you can see, we have pictures of different scenes from the different movies, including some that are just images from the drawing and production team. The spine reads Harry Potter Film Wizardry updated version and Bantam Press. On the back we have a little description of the book, including the price. If you're curious, this was £35. It has the Warner Brother logo and the Wizarding World logo in the lower side. Another detail that I really enjoy is the different textures on the photos. I'm not sure the camera can capture it as well, but there are different textures, including on the title. It's 3D. And then some of the pictures are shiny and some of them are raised, like this one of the castle. Shall we look inside? The first pages are just drawings in the patterns of the walls of Quidditch Stadium, and I really enjoy them. The first title page, we have once again Harry Potter Film Wizardry and a Quidditch ball and a Quidditch ball blueprint. The next page, we have some undesirable number 1 posters from Harry Potter. You can see this 10,000 galleons for his head. And this one is a publication for the Ministry of Magic that reads, Public Notice. The Muggle community is currently under threat from a book called Harry Potter Film Wizardry from the creative team behind the celebrated movie series. An inside edition book written by Brian Sibley and designed by Milanima Designs. I am terribly sorry if I mispronounce any names. Now we have the table of contents, made to be as different little papers representing different themes in the movies. A Weasleys and Weasleys, an Owl Express. This one reminds me of the candy store. Explosive Enterprises. There's also Fred Weasley and a receipt. Let's read what we can find in some of these pages. The first ones are words by Daniel, Robert, and Emma. An introduction. One of these ones are Sorcerer's Stone. Oh, okay, so from page 12 onward until 54, it's all about the first movie. It's important to remember this book, it's made for and from the movies. So remember, not everything is accurate as the books. Then we have The Chamber of Secrets and The Prisoner of Azkaban, The Goblet of Fire, The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, and The Deadly Hallows, Part 1 and 2. Let's see. This is the introduction we were talking about. You can read what Daniel had to say, what Rupert, and what Emma, and also a little behind the stage photos that I think are very interesting. You can see them filming the Deadly Hallows. Also, Ginny and Harry, Emma with all the Hermiones. The stunt doubles, I'm gonna get close to you so you can see. Them in the woods. This is when they run in the woods, and when they get caught, Hermione hexes Harry's face so he won't be recognizable before being taken to the Black Mansion. Or was it the Malfoy Mansion? I don't know why I get confused. It was the Malfoys. I was really sorry, because it was the house of Narcissa when she was Narcissa Malfoy, no Black. You can see them younger here. Very teenager-like. When they went to Grace Hollow. And a baby Harry with Hedwig. Wow, this page is made to look like the map. Look, a scale of magical fun. This is the introduction by David Heyman. He was the director of the first Harry Potter movie. You can see he was talking about it with his assistant about making the movie. I really like this design. Muggles making magic. The special effects team. The plot where they would film the movies. All the special creatures and effects. All the magazines, books, and diaries they had to come up with. Newspapers also. You can see baby Emma. Them making the classrooms. And the special effects. This is really cool because the actors had to use these for hours when they were recording, but they were so well made. I honestly got a little freak out when I saw them at the studio tour. They look like they were gonna move at any second. This is now about the first movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone is actually down here, look. In different translations of the book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, based on the actual name of the rock in some other cultures. was Philosopher's Stone, but I'm not sure in Spain. I'm talking about Latin America. If you give me a second, I can actually show you my edition of the first book. Okay, I'm back. This is my edition, and you can see that it says Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This one is from a Spanish publisher, so now we know. And I got this as a gift by a friend of mine when there were 20 years of magic and the new editions came out. Let's keep looking at the book. There's a few pictures of the director, with the kids. They were really young. And also, interesting enough, there's a little of an inside view by Robert Greene himself. Ooh, confidential. The production designer's notebook. Stuart Craig. This is how they picture Howard. As you can see, the few drawings that they make of an early Hagrid hut. Also, the sketch of Hogwarts that J.K. Rowling herself drew. Now in this page we have a bit of a behind the scenes look by the producers in what looks like to be a call sheet for the first movie. Interesting. Wow, look at Daniel's. We have pictures of him growing up from early 2001 all the way 2010. He obviously grew up as Harry, so we got to see it all in the movies, but it's really cool to see it in a timeline. Also, fun fact, he did try to use green eye lenses for the first movie, but his eyes got really irritated and he couldn't do it. But they did try to make it look like Lily's eyes in the book. Number 4 of Private Drive. We can see the street with all the houses, all the same. Very, very, very intended to be all the same. Nobody out the line, nobody special. Then we have the inside photos of the chimney, the chairs, and the drive-thru. The garage section. Funny enough, this whole house, or at least the tiny version of it, is still at the Warner Brothers studio tour. You can walk through it. You cannot interact. But there's another different understairs space where they actually did film with Daniel, and there's one in the house because the one in the house was uncomfortable to record for the camera team, so they had one made separately for his close shots. And now here is one of the things that make this book special. We have the letter that he received, and that he received many times. Let me open it for you. It says, "To Mr. Harry Potter, the cupboard under the stairs, for private list of things he would need to buy for his first year. But if you buy the letter at the top at the studio tour or at King's Cross, you can get the list. I can show you mine at the end of the book if you haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, they can also move the letter aside for a picture of the Dursleys. And here they are. A few sketches of how Aunt Petunia was supposed to look at. I'm not sure I like how that drawing comes out. For Uncle Vernon, there's another drawing right here. And of course, the flying woman, whose little doll is actually really creepy. You can see this in the lot. So the actors would wear this for the scenes, and then for the very far they would use the doll, like when she's flying. Platform 9 3/4 and the Hogwarts Press. I'm not to be obnoxious about it, but also you can see the train that they used to film the movies in the lot, and it's actually really cool because they have it decorated so each cabin represents one of the movies, and it has very cool objects of each movie inside. It was really cool. You can walk through, but you cannot enter the cabins. Ron Weasley. Also baby photos of Robert trying on different costumes apparently in the car, looking cool, and Scabbers obviously. I always thought that the clothes that his mom sent him were actually kind of cool, but he was just too insecure to see. That's just an opinion, by the way. Ooh, Diagon Alley. There's a secret hidden in this page. You can probably already tell. Also, there's a little sign for the Leaky Cauldron and a few pictures of the Diagon Alley taken from the first movie. Interestingly, there's actually a blueprint of how it would look like the outside. Okay, this is really big. So let's do one side first. This is a magazine for Burgund and Brooks, the auditioners in Nocturne Alley. This also can move so you can see what's underneath it, and you can look at the pages. They sell really interesting items apparently, like the Hand of Glory and the Crashing Cabinet. Also, an opal necklace that is actually kind of familiar. Then we have the map of the whole Diagon Alley, how they intended it to be in a photo of the buildings. You can tell that you are here when you come from the Leaky Cauldron, and you walk through to the other side to end at Gringotts. So it is kind of like walking in the Universal Studios. The other side has a sketch, really cool, of the view up to Gringotts before there was a permanent dragon here. The coins, the different coins from the saga that they had to make and design for the movies, and also how the stores look inside. In this case, it's just Flourish and Boots. Let's keep going. The Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. Fun fact, this whole and huge design of Hogwarts that was used for the overview of the castle in all of the movies was built up from the first movie and kept until the last one, and is kept in the studio tour. But we couldn't see Hagrid's hut anywhere, and I asked one of the workers, who was actually fantastically kind, and he told me that they actually did not include Harry's hut. So when the film shows his hut from overview, it was added later. Well, I don't think it's true for all the movies, but specifically this design did not have the hood on it. I haven't watched the movie back to back yet in order to see if it's true, but I thought it was really cool that they have it there, and it's massive, by the way, it's huge. Hagrid, oh Hagrid and Fangs. Oh look, the size difference of the shoes. That's kind of funny. Oh, there's also the difference here, the actual actor and Hagrid's sides. So you can see a sketch of Hagrid next to Harry and the hippogriff. Also, this is kind of cool. You can see a very cute sketch of Hagrid's hut when they were building it up. The Great Hall. The Great Hall is actually built and kept still at the lot, and they were inspired by different castles, both in England and Scotland. As you can see, they are showing you the Great Hall at Oxford that was one of the inspirations for the Great Hall at Hogwarts. The way that a hall used to work is that the elves, the kitchen elves, have the same tables underneath in the kitchen. They will put the food in the table and send it magically up to the tables at the students. Hermione Granger and Crookshanks, her cat, her familiar because more than a cat. I find it funny that they chose this picture to put here. Obviously, her hair went different, and her teeth were supposed to change too after she discovered some spells. But in the movie, we don't see that. We don't see a lot of things from the movie, but I just thought I would point out that detail. Too much is what happened. Look, that's really cool, the way they designed the dress and they made it come true. Her wand, it's one of the longest, if not the longest, in the collection of wands you can buy from official Wizarding World. And it's one of my favorites, besides Bellatrix. Albus Dumbledore. That's really cute that they added a photo of our first Dumbledore, who was Dumbledore in the first two movies, and then sadly passed away. This picture really does remind me of the White Wizard in The Lord of the Rings, but different franchise, I'm sorry. Look, the rings. Interesting. Also, quiz. Since I was 12 and Pottermore existed, and the first few quizzes, Gryffindor. I've taken the quiz a lot of times and I've always gotten the same answer, so sadly I'm very predictable, I guess. And my best friend is a Slytherin. She also has taken many quizzes. Also, if any of you watching this ever went to Pottermore, do you remember that the J.K. Rowling website also had some very cool Harry Potter things that you can touch and click and discover in the website? It was like a drawer where you could read things about her or also discover things about Harry Potter. A few people don't seem to remember that, but I was a very vivid fan back when I was young and had a lot of time. So, the first house is Hufflepuff, whose founder was Helga Hufflepuff. And then we have a photo of the cup. Then we have Ravenclaw, whose founder was Rowena Ravenclaw. And I find it weird that the Hufflepuff, they only added Cedric Diggory. Anyway, for Ravenclaw we see Luna and Cho Chang, who Katie, by the way, is the voice of Caitlin in Arcane. Just some facts. Then we have Gryffindor, and of course Maggie as McGonagall, and the sword of Godric Gryffindor himself. Here we have a little advanced potion making magazine or book. You can open it, and this one is also kind of fun because it has stickers on them. These are all stickers, so you can make the potions you want and put the sticker on any bottle and it will be the potion of your choosing. Sorry. See, potion 11386. A few of these are actually kind of fun, but I'm a collectionist more than anything, so I will probably keep them here forever. Then we have Slytherin with obviously Severus Snape. It's really sad that we have lost so many people of the original cast. I am not sure how to feel about the new series yet because this is what I grew up with, and these are the people I'm gonna be trying to look for, so it's a little sad. I think the houses are all cool except from Gryffindor, and let me tell you why. Slytherin house has a huge window that looks into the lake, and you can see the giant squid every once in a while swimming by. The Ravenclaw room, common room, has a tower exit so you can fly out of in. Well, if you had permission to use your broom, but you know what I mean. And they have the closest access to the astronomer tower. And then there's Hufflepuff, whose entrance is hidden very, very close to the kitchen. Then we have the Howard ghosts, the very few drawings that we have of them, sketches before we got to see them. And also we have a special page on Fluffy, the three-headed dog from the first movie. Quidditch. You can see a comparison side by side of the Firebolt. That's a design by Dermot Power, based on sketches by Stuart Craig. Interesting. It looks kind of cool. That's baby Harry with his first flying lesson. Quidditch stadium. This one's so cool. I think this picture is really cool. It is not a little bit scary. I don't know if I would like to play Quidditch with a storm over my head. Not to mention the Dementors. And you can see the balls and the bats that they designed for the Quidditch game in the movies. And obviously Madame Hooch herself. The uniforms for the game, including the socks, very important detail. The goggles. Well, Ginny, what a legend. And also how they filmed the flying scenes. This is Ron. And I'm not sure what's happening down here. I think it's just after he went off the broom. It's a Nimbus 2000, by the way. Checkmate. This has become a meme in the last few years, and I admit I kind of love it. Keeps the magic going, you know. No, you can't. What? He's going to sacrifice himself. I was terrified of the gigantic chest when I was younger because I thought it was weird that the stone would move. But it's really cool. Look at them. Do you guys know how to play chess? By the way. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We're finally on the second movie. It's been a little slow. I'm sorry for that. You can see. Oh, this photo is really cool. It makes him look really tiny. And also a little insight of the movie by Emma Watson herself. Defense against the dark arts classroom. Wow. The only classroom that was kept in the lot for you to visit is the potions classroom. You cannot enter. You can see it is built from side to side. It's really big. There's a bit of laughing here. The producer. The burrow. This magic clock was my favorite thing when I was younger. I saw it and I was obsessed that you can know where everybody was. And it was, I don't know, felt magical within the other magical things. Also the first time seeing the car and this house also reminds me of the house in What Remains of Edith Finch. If you have played the game, or if not, Google the picture of the house and you will see that it kind of reminds me of that. They had a house, and when they have more and more children, they added in more rooms. The Weasleys. Oh wow, what happened here? That's a weird drawing, I guess. But oh, look at her, she's so cute. Oh, they were a great couple, I think. They looked very, very real. Talk about a cool broom. We don't talk about Percy. Oh, the Fort Anglia. You can actually sit in the fort, and it's kind of cool. It doesn't have doors though. It's just for the picture. The Whomping Willow. The noises that it made when it twisted was kind of odd, but it was a very fantastic idea. I don't know who made that into making it like a boxer. I think it's in the book described as a boxer, I'm not sure. Facts about the faculty. Oh, they gives you little facts about the different staff on the school. A lot of people didn't recognize a few actors by the way they were dressed as in the movies, and I found that so cute. Including Emma Thompson. A lot of people don't see her in here because she was so different as a character. I find that really interesting because she was a really good actress in there. Like, I don't see any other resemblance in other movies. Wow. Lucius Malfoy, the man himself. His wand is so cool. The way he can transform it into a walking stick. There has to be a better name, but I forgot at the moment. Also, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. So well placed like this when he's in Azkaban. Oh, Dobby. And the sock. Look, funny enough. The free elf. It just said Dobby the free elf. Gilderoy Lockhart gets 2 pages. That's so odd. You can see the collections of books and him painted himself. Because obviously. What a guy. Also, when I went to the lot, a few of these were placed around for you to look for. They were hidden. Petrified. Oh, the sketches are terrifying. Look at them. Wow. You can see the models that he used to keep them frozen, because obviously we have to breathe and move, but they used this kind of special effects to keep them still for the camera. Oh, the phoenix. That's really cool. This is very cool. I think it was a very nice detail. Then you can see him in the office in different other movies after this. Because if there's a phoenix, he comes back and comes back around. The Chamber of Secrets itself, with how they envisioned the entrance to the bathroom, and obviously the ghost of Myrtle. The snake door is also on the lot. You can see it on the door. The giant basilisk. Terrified. It's terrifying. I was terrified. You cannot see him, I think. Door. Oh, The Prisoner of Azkaban. A lot of people's favorite movie, including me. There's something about the direction. There's something about the production, the music, and the color that just makes it feel different. Also, the whole thing with series was actually kind of touching. This time we have top felted with the inside information. The stairs in the paintings apparently is what we're talking here, and also a young Emma getting instructions for the scene with the hippogriff, I think. Ooh, the night bus. It's a very cool thing, the night bus. I think about that scene where it goes through another 2 buses and just go through real thin too often. Sirius Black. Oh, this is so cool that a friend of mine has it, like original poster, in her wall, and like looking at it, it always gives me a little chill. It's like, oh, I have seen that wizard. Dementors. Terrifying look. I'm glad that they went with the veil kind of look after, because I don't think I can have that in my nightmares. Thank you very much. Obviously, here's Buckbeak, the hippogriff. Lovely guy. A little scary, but he also did bid Malfoy, so a hero. Hogsmeade. There's the scale version, and there's sprinkling the fake snow to make it look like a snowy village. If you ever go to the Universal Studios in Orlando or Japan, you can see Hogsmeade just like this. It's snowed. The roofs have snow on him. Here we have a little interactive page where you can boxes. I, of course, won't. More pictures and the design for the candy boxes. More Hogsmeade. How they designed the doors and the windows for the buildings and how it would look like from far. And then we have one page, sadly, only of Ginny Weasley. I think the dress was very Weasley-like, and she was just cute in it. Lupin. What a guy. What is this? Is in Spanish it says the wolves eat. The wolf eats the like poor. He's just not poor, he's just like bigger and bigger. Interesting. His wolf form was terrifying because it doesn't remind me of a wolf, it reminds me of like, I don't know, a skeleton. The boggart, a nightmare. Mine will be this spider. I'm terrified. And the time turner. What? I don't think I would use a time turner to go to classes, but you know, Hermione, I respect that. The Goblet of Fire. More pictures of behind the scenes with the director. And ew, baby Voldemort. This scene was also very memed when Cedric is dead and trapped in front of everybody, and Harry crying on top of him, and the music just goes off like read the room. This scene will also really popular. This scene is actually really cool. Look at the amount of people. It's so weird to have them sitting in a chair in the middle, just scary. That's Voldemort. Yeah, he has a nose. Oh, the Quidditch World Cup pamphlet. Can you see it? Yeah. Take a closer look with omnicolors. We have Bulgaria, Ireland, and look, this is really cool. We have the formation and the names. That's Victor Krum himself. Also a little pumpkin juice, can never go wrong. And sponsors. They're showing you the teams a little, the idea of the campsite, and then the dark mark. The Three Wizard tournament with the 4 champions: Fleur Delacourt, Victor Krum, Cedric Diggory, and of course Harry Potter. Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? He said calmly. I really like that the papers with the names give you a little clue of the personality. And of course Harry just did whatever, because it actually wasn't him. Rita Skeeter, what a woman, to say the least. She was fashionable. In style, she reminded me of Effie from the Hunger Games. Just in the sense of like bold, elegant color, and I don't know, it just gave me the fashion icon kind of vibe. The first task, which was to get the egg from the dragon. I really like how they took the tiny dragons from the bag. That was really cool. And of course, the egg. The perfect bathroom. was older than Harry himself, the actress. Not that she did a bad job, it's just I didn't know her age until much, much later. The jewel ball, really cool. Are we gonna see Hermione in her dress? Yes, there she is. It's a beautiful dress. Not my favorite color, but she's gorgeous in it. Actually, I really likes Florida Court also. I think she could have picked blue, but it would have been a little too much. Cho-Chang looked gorgeous, and the boys just men never go for like extravagant style. I wish I could see more of that, because it's a magic world after all. Like, this is Muggle style. But anyway, that's personal opinion. The second task, and the mermaids that do not look nothing like other mermaids in other movies. Look, this is really cool how they would make it work when Harry ate the algae that help him breathe underwater. Madai Moody. This one is really cool. You can see how he was laying down in the bottom of the chest. The real one. And also how they made it work. The mask. What's this? The third task. Oh yeah. How they have the vines grappling this mannequin. How it would grapple. One of them probably Harry, when and before he was saved. And here's the scene itself with the music blasting in the background. The Order of the Phoenix and the kiss. A lot of kisses in this movie. It's age appropriate, I think. They are going through it. The Golden Team. And of course, my favorite character. Well, not really my second favorite character. Bellatrix Black. What's this? Oh, the Ministry of Magic. The Ministry of Magic, yeah. With the black background, kind of scary. I thought it was a good choice. More hidden pages in here from the heroes and villains. This is one of my favorite pages. Let me show you. You can see the black family tree, including Sirius in the door right here. If you notice, there are, just like the movie, a few of them have been erased. And if I'm not wrong, if I'm not wrong, this is Sirius. That's Bellatrix. It's so weird that she's still there, not Sirius, but the noble and most ancient house of Black. Also, the family tree. The other side we have a little more of the tree. And oh, that made a weird sound. The drawing from the outside, the Greymold place, and then the actual picture of it. Number 12 of Greymold place. And now let's look at this one. That also we have lost a few of these actors and actresses as well, which is really sad. We have Peter Pettigrew, we have Kingsley, we have Narcissa Malfoy, we have Mundungus, we have Nymphadora, don't call me Nymphadora, sorry, Tonks, and Ferdinand, one of the Greybacks. He was scary, dude. Narcissa Black is one of the most beautiful ones, also, I think very elegant. Dolores Umbridge. Nothing to say about this woman. Nothing good, at least. Here they give you a very big page of just proclamations. Do you want to see? So they give you the proclamation number 29. Extracurricular activities are subject to the review by the High Inquisitor. Number 30. No music is to be played during study hours. All students will submit to questioning about suspected illicit activities. And those wishing to join the... I'm sorry, I was a little high. Those wishing to join the Inquisitorial Squad for extra credit might sign up in the High Inquisitor office. So, just 4, nothing in the back, but it's kind of fun. I will save this one later, that's okay. Let me fix this page. Okay. Dumbledore's army, and a very nice detail. They added this here, and it looks like you have different handwritings for each character. Really cool. Minerva McGonagall and her cat form, adorable. Maggie, you're missed. Neville Longbottom, who had a glow up. He was a kind soul, Neville. I kinda like this character very much. The woman herself, Bellatrix Lestrange. I just really like how Helena portrayed her as honestly crazy. I think when they go for crazy in movies, sometimes you don't believe it. She was off the top, and it was great. Fun fact, when they recorded the scene of the torture, Emma's screams were so powerful. The cast, so Rupert, Daniel, and others really thought that something happened to her, and they had to stop recording because they really honestly thought Emma was hurt, and Helena was constantly like apologizing, like, what happened, I'm sorry, and Emma was just like, no, it's acting, let's keep going, and she was incredible in it. The Distrolls. It was a very sad concept that you can only see them after seeing somebody die. Luna, amazing character. Everybody knows about the actress, but if you don't, and interested, it's a very interesting story how she survived a very personal battle with an eating disorder just to play Luna. Severus Snape in the book Advanced Potion Making. There were no way to see Snape different than him. I honestly believe he did very well as Severus Snape. Harry Potter and the Hufflepuffs. Oh, that's a very good picture. And also, The Attacked. When Malfoy showed us he had the mark, we knew, but you know, this movie is dark. Then we have the Daily Prophet. Death Eater Terror continues, and more attack in London. Then we also get to see the Tales of Peter the Bard and the map. I don't think. Yeah, it's the original design in The Prisoner of Azkaban, and funny enough, here it is. Let's check it out. Here we go. supposed to be like placed strategically, but it comes off in this version of the map. If you have seen others, there's some good DIY recipes online for making. There's some good DIYs if you want to make your own map. I made one myself before. This side has keep an eye out for ghosts. Interesting. Let's see the other side. The map is really well decorated. I'm having a little trouble like focusing to read something for you, but yeah, you can see. And in the back, it's just this paper. Let me put this little black thing inside. And yeah, it doesn't come with the other page you see when Snape tried to see it. So that's that. At least I didn't get the other. I could open it and I didn't get the other page. Oh, there's something here. There's something stuck. A little glue. Not very nice. Okay. Revisiting Diana Alley. This time, chaos. Not very good. Time to be in there. And obviously, whizzes. Turn over for more. Let's see. Fun for everyone. A product catalog. Let's see, what can we buy? Things off. Interesting. Bestsellers. Custard pies. Electric shock shake. Oh, that's like the one little gum where you're gonna give gum and they get electrocuted, or the pen. Decoy detonator. Sticky trainers. Boxing telescope. The Aviat mobile. Or mobile, how you wanna say it. Explosive enterprises. They have everything you might need to make a mess, basically. Muggle magic. A hunt deck. Ooh. Wonder Witch. The love potion. Polemic. Everlasting eyelashes. Now that would sell very well nowadays. Buy one, get one for free. You know who, and you know boo. The skimming snack box range of sweets to make you ill. So you can miss school, yeah. Here we have the product designs and a few things you can see inside the store. Most of these things you can see them in the store in the Universal Studios. I just think they're really cool. I would probably have spent all my money there if I had if I was a wizard and a child. Slughorn. I don't like the guy. Look at these. These are funny. Funny drawings of him in the chair. people's favorite. I'm not gonna touch this page, so if you wanna try to zoom in and read, you might. I know he's a fan favorite. Look at this cute drawing on him, trying to come up with what he has to do, who he has to help and who he has to kill. Also funny, the Potter thing. And then this part that I cannot describe for obvious reasons, but you know what happened. The cave. This design was really cool. I love to see this on screen. Just I couldn't understand the layout, and that's exactly what I think they went for. They went for a cave that was so weird, dark and twisted that you couldn't really understand where you were, and you can try to find a place that looked like it in the real world. Now, what is that? Are we in The Last of Us? Dark. The spoon thing. Dark. This movie's dark, dude. From what I have seen, a lot of people's favorite movie is actually the third one, but they also enjoyed this one, the sixth one. But the sixth book is probably the most favorite in stores, according to a friend of mine who works in one. And I think it's the one that people enjoyed the most. I just wanted to mention that that's what I know. So I'm curious if you know something else or have a different opinion. What's your favorite movie and what's your favorite book of the series? Oh no, what will you do this to me? Look, they're filming Toby's death. The lovers, right? Neville being the hero. And all of the Harrys. That was really fun to watch. The Malfoy Manor, yeah, this is it. The manor is so dark, and I know Narcissa had nothing to do with it. I am sure she had to do what her husband told her to do to keep the Lord Voldemort happy. The wedding, tears, and then everything went. That's the same picture on the book. This is how they filmed. Sorry to break it to you. There was no sky up top. It was just lamps. The Ministry of Magic. The statue in the middle when they changed it after they overtook the ministry. It was dark and twisted. I really like this page. I think it's really there's a lot to look at. But what I want to talk about the most is how big the atrium was, or at least looked at in the movies. It was huge. He who must not be named. The baby form. Keep it away from me. Ugly. Look at the animation transformation. How they took started from a picture of him and then started slowly turning him into what Voldemort was. When the first time we see him come back to life. I can touch you now. That was weird, but Godric's Hollow. That's a really sentimental scene. It's really cute that they did go and visit his parents. Oh no, the lady that turns into a snake. The Lovegood house. That was his little shed on the beach side. I read this before. And it said that they actually did print like so many prints of this to keep around, and it was hard to see Harry being an undesirable and describable heir after so many years of support, but you know, he had to give. The Deadly Hallows. Really into the stories. I don't know if it was kids' stories, but understood what it meant. I wasn't that much older, but I was older than 12. The Tale of the Three Brothers. And here's in the book, Return to Gringotts. Here are the actors getting the makeup done with the mask we showed in the beginning. And the dragon running out. The whole strange bolt is constructed and is left just like it is in this picture, with so many cups and gold and stuff everywhere. And you can see it, but you cannot walk through it, but you can see it, and it's really cool. That's in the tour in the lot in London, the Resistance. Now we're starting to go into the ending. We're getting the team assembled to fight back, destroying the Horcruxes. That's so cool. The basilisk skeleton. The case, obviously, that they say was really awkward to record. That Emma would keep laughing and laughing between takes because it was so awkward. It was like kissing a brother, but you know, they did a good job, I think. The train station scene where Harry gets to talk to Dumbledore one more time, with Voldemort underneath one of the seats, looking disheveled and tiny. The real Voldemort. That was the real Voldemort. The Battle of Hogwarts. My favorite scene of the battle, when McGonagall calls the statues in the entrance. What is it? I always wanted to do a spell. My favorite part. 19 years later, they're old. No, Emma, she's like the same, but everybody else is old, and they have children now. Great. Then we have Draco with his wife Astoria, and the son, the new Malfoy. And that's the end, with the proclamation 160. Just information about it. It is though, surrounded by Dolores and Umbridge. Though it's not the end. There's one more secret left to unravel. It is a package directly from the Ministry of Magic. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Let's look at them one by one. First we have Ministry of Magic advice, and it says the wizarding community is currently under threat from an organization called itself the Death Eaters. Be vigilant. It also has a reward. The Ministry of Magic is offering a reward of 1,000 galleons of information leading directly to the arrest of any Death Eaters. And in the back is just plain paper. Then we have a film wizardry photo album. And it has little photos of behind the scenes that they didn't add in the book. You can see the boys in the car. They scene with the animal candy. After the scene, they were in the boat, the tub and wet. director got down on the floor to talk to them, showing that he wanted to make a connection with them. And the last movie, they're all grown up. And the last thing I have to show you is oh, this is big. Wait a minute. It's a blueprint of Howard's. So you can see the way that they designed the school. The lighting doesn't make it look that easy, but basically the boats would get here. Students will walk up until the Great Hall, and then the male stairs. And this would be the other side of the school. There are 3 bridges connecting it. That's very important. If you were to try to find the houses, I don't think I can pinpoint by memory each one of them, but if you come from this side, this is the building with a big clock that I know. Now, Hagrid's hut would be over there. These are the stones. These are the stones where Hermione punches Draco, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, it's a fun addition. I think I have it upside down. I'm really sorry. Here, so you can see it says Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This was made for the 6th movie. I think they had to figure it out. But there's details, weird details, like writing on the side and arrows for like probably whoever was making or fixing the overview of the castle to make it match this and not miss a detail. So that's it. That's the whole book. I almost forgot to show you what I promised. The list of materials you get if you buy the letter. And it has uniform for the first year, the books, and other equipments, including the wand, the cauldron, and a set of glass or crystal vials, a telescope, and a set of brass scalars. So that's it. I wanted to show you before I go. I really hope you enjoyed my overview. I'm sorry it was a little long, and if I talk too much, it was just a way to show you something that I really appreciate, but make it ASMR, so you can maybe relax and fall asleep watching this. If you're a fan of the Harry Potter series, I think this book will be really nice to have, but also I really do recommend that you buy the updated version of the upgraded version. Is this one. It has the little additions more than the one before, so if you're gonna spend money, at least do it on the newer one. If you stay this late, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you soon.